Okay. Oh, it says we're live, so I'm gonna.
So are we live or are we recording?
No, look, it says there's a
I
live
don't like this
thing, and there's chat over there. Not that we'll be able to see it or anything. All right, everybody, welcome to the first episode of It'll Be Different This Time.
It's be no different at all.
Yeah.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Oh, dude, you didn't cheers.
No, the foam. Do you want me to mess up with the most floor you've seen?
Okay.
Undiscovered territory over here, like get foam on Fiji. Oh,
Yeah,
I hate it!
all right!
Oh.
First episode! It's so exciting!
Oh, you had a whole day to plan. Oh, you had a whole day. Oh, you had a whole day to go buy stuff. I'm afraid what's in his bag. I'll send help. I don't like it.
Welcome to the very first episode of It'll Be Different This Time.
No different this time.
That was so great.
I don't.
Oh, that was definitely worth the $3.19.
Oh,
Oh, that was awesome. All right. All right, everybody. So here we are. This is It'll Be Different This Time. This is but clearly it's not. Our lovely green screen, which, you know.
No. We're not calling it that. We're not going to devalue words, Ben. A green screen, first of all, is cloth, because then that way it doesn't reflect anything, will absorb light. So that's the other thing you kind of missed out on. Also, I'm not going to hit you.
No,
if you keep flinching like that, you're like, he's been hitting behind the camera for all these years. We knew it.
So the plan was a sheet.
You spent,
for the first episode.
If you had spent the money you spent on that popper, combined with the money you spent on this cellophane, we could have had a green screen.
No, there weren't any.
We could go Safari right now, and you would almost be able to tell when the dinosaurs were real.
Almost every time. So I couldn't find a sheet that was green or blue or anything like that. And when it was all folded up in the package, it was green. And I was like, yeah, this will be fine for the first episode.
You know how light works.
Right, I didn't think it was going to be this thin. Oh, it's pretty thin. So no green screen this episode.
Just so everybody is aware, this entire thing, Ben was left to his own devices to plan this, to assemble this. I was like, Ben used to tell me I fucking yucked his yum about everything he wanted to do.
All right, there you go. You used up your only F-bomb.
I told you I can't do this.
2 minutes.
Oh, I'm like Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys. If I can't swear it, I can't. Oh,
we don't have the bleep button in yet. All right, so Chuck is our editor. We're gonna be yelling at Chuck a lot. There you go. You got your first job. You got to bleep out. Is that Bob? I promise I will have something better on the next episode. Okay, so all joking aside, we had this idea a couple of months ago. We didn't want to do sales again. We just wanted to kind of hang and laugh and have a good time.
So Ben pitched it to me almost the same way that Castle Comics got pitched to me. And this time, when I heard the words that I heard the first time, hey, you know what I was just thinking, man?
You're missing
10
out
years ago.
You're missing out the best part. You just randomly walked down into the driveway, and I look out the window, and I see him standing there. And he's like, hey, bud. I was like, oh, hey. I was like, you want to start a podcast? I think it'd be fun.
That phrase right there. Okay. Just so everybody knows, like, oh boy, this side of the camera is not a comfortable spot for me. Never has been. So I don't want to be out here. I like being back there. I am behind the camera people. Ben said, you want to do a podcast? First thing I said, I was like, I don't think they're going to watch a fucking... Oh,
dude.
I'm sorry. I'm
so
sorry.
Come on. Man, our St. Ives foot scrub sponsorship is just out the door.
Werther said I could have 3, though, so we're still bringing the old lady down to Bradford. So 10 years ago, Ben said, I think this would be really fun, man. I was like, yeah, you know what? This would be really fun. The other day when Ben said, hey, you know what I was thinking? What would be really fun? My brain immediately went, you can turn around right now and you go home. You can pretend like you didn't even see him.
He did.
And text him when you get home and be like, hey, man, stop by your house. Didn't see you. Went to my house. Those are the words I wanted to come out of my mouth. It was like, I'm good. But what came out of my mouth, it like I couldn't control it. I was like, what? Tell me.
So
It was
good.
a podcast. And I was like, we already did that before. But it was a podcast where we sold stuff. And he goes, yeah, it's a podcast now. We don't sell anything. I was like, we'll make less money now than we did.
We didn't think that was possible.
I didn't think so. He's like, we're not going to get sponsors. And I was like, that's probably true. But I'm going to write to these people.
To the plastic bag people?
Yes, he'll be like, listen, I need one. It's very strong and completely oxygen proof, so I can put it in my hand.
Bucked up energy.
Bucked up energy. What I like about this one is this one says June. Like, just the whole thing's very June.
Okay.
But this is on the back. It's like guns. You like Ford trucks? You like guns? It's like my dad on the back of a can. And then the front of the can is like everything my dad looks like. You like deer? But do you like them a little gay? I can picture my dad being so into the commercial for this. Just be like, do you like trucks? Yeah! Do you like guns? Yeah! Do you like deer? Yeah! What if they're a little gay? And my dad just for a minute being like, not really knowing what to do. Like, he's trying. He's gotten so much better. But I can just picture him standing like,
All right, so we wanted to start things off, get a little bit serious. We want to do a tribute to our buddy Paul, who, Castle Comics would be nothing without Paul. He was our original OG supporter.
he was our personal chef.
He was our personal chef when we needed a space to do our auctions. He opened up his home to us. Paul is no longer with us. He lost the battle with cancer a few years back. And we know he'd be in here right now with us.
No, he wouldn't. He'd be out there with the VR headsets on. I'm in your guys' live. It's awesome.
Probably.
I put it on a strip club wall.
So let's do a toast.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm doing it with this.
There you go, to Paul. All right.
On your left, Paul.
That's right. Okay, so we have a lot to go over.
That first. I know we already talked about it. Just get a little sip.
I can't
Just a little sip. You need to taste this. It's
all right. Sour.
So you remember when
the bucked up energy sour?
You remember when Hawthorne Wipes embraced their demographic?
Yeah.
It tastes like that episode. Yeah.
It's
what
tasty
else you call
too.
It is a little tight. Not really. This tastes like battery acid.
I mean, if we're trying to get them to sponsor us,
no, it's fine. This is the back. It's
nice.
just like, you want download.
Yeah.
You like taurine, metadine, like. So we still go listen to Can to kill you.
I'm all set on that. Thank you.
Oh my god, it tastes so bad.
Yeah, I don't know why you're drinking it.
I told you I was drinking. It's got a rainbow deer on the front, and it made me laugh.
Okay, so one of the things that I would like to talk about. Yeah, okay, so have you ever had one of those friends who has been skinny their entire lives, and then later on in life...
Wait, are you explaining this one now, finally?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And they suddenly become fat as they get older for the first time. So things that fat people have been experiencing their entire lives are suddenly new to them. And it's been a fun journey. So I was with a friend recently who has recently gained quite a bit of weight. And he was sitting in a chair and he broke his first chair. And he felt awful about it and couldn't understand in the moment why I found it so funny. I found it funny for two reasons. The first reason being when fat people break chairs, it's funny.
It's like getting a ribbon in the military. You just like another chair down.
It's a rite of passage for fat
It's
people.
a sticker on the helmet in football,
when you break your first chair. Also, it was very funny to see him being the one to do it because he's always been skinny, but now he's fat like us.
Remember how we had the
chair.
soundboard?
Yeah, dude, I was looking for a soundboard.
That would have been a moment to have one where like it could have or fallen around.
Yeah.
All right, why are you following me?
So, to our fallen comrade, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry you were obliterated. He broke that chair. It's not being repaired.
It was a wicker chair. It's splinters.
So here's to you.
It's the second shot I'm taking that wicker furniture. Boy, am I edgy.
All right.
Going against the Amish.
Do the Amish exclusively make wicker?
No, they love it. They love it because it's cheap, and they can just sit out in their front lawn and just weave it all day, and then judge you as you walk by. Like, oh, do you like this? It took me 32 years to make an entire living room set. Your chubby child sat on that chair over there and splintered it to pieces. It took Ezekiel Dyer six years of his life just to make the armrest. I want to read the board really quick.
Okay, so what do you want to go with?
Oh, I'm going to have questions for a lot of things.
So then you can't see it, but there's a dry erase board up on the wall that I put my ideas on for the show. So all right, so let's top middle. Okay, we did the Paul tribute.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so we're gonna discuss. Let's go right into the Walmart rebuild. So,
I don't know if we can really say half the things from the Walmart rebuild on this show.
Do you know how awesome it would be to get a cease and desist from Walmart? So we worked the rebuild for our Walmart that is across the street from us last summer because it was paying really good money. And we encountered some characters.
Somehow it became a 90s summer camp movie.
That's a really good way.
Like everyone we encountered had a shtick. It's kind of like heavyweights when they're like, yeah, you see him over there, he's good at stealing stuff. He'll sneak in Twinkies. Him over there, he's really good at the athlete triathlon race or whatever. Him over there, he's just a weird German kid. We really like him. He's a character. That's literally every time I went to a new place in Walmart last summer. There's like, oh, this is this creepy little goth girl who doesn't say anything, but she's going to burst through a wall at you. This guy over here is getting kidnapped in Las Vegas because he doesn't know what an open van is, and he's just going to crawl in the back with some German guys. You're going to have to go Leslie Nielsen from Europe. There's a sad, lonely guy following that little goth girl. We don't talk too much about him because I'm deeply afraid he's going to shoot up Walmart again or something.
All right, let's talk about regular size Rudy.
Wait. There's one other man we got to talk about that gets you to Rudy, and that's the Crab Man. The Grandpa Joe, yeah.
Oh, Grandpa Joe. Okay, all right, yeah.
So Ben and I got put on the same team because Ben started there. He was like, "Hey, man, I know you're looking for work. I just started at Walmart. They're paying pretty good." And I was like, "I don't want to work at Walmart." He's like, "You don't have to watch." And he sends me this video. And it's just like 8 dudes standing around watching one dude with a saw just cut and sparks just right across the store. And Meg goes, "We've been here for 3 hours watching this. I have nothing to do tonight." It's like, I want some of that nothing money. So we get there, and immediately was the Sandlot. When they brought me over to the team, like, this is your lead. What was his name? Aaron.
Oh yeah, Aaron. Wow.
Like, Aaron is going to have the sense of humor of the powder mix that you use to make gravy. But he's going to hit you with one-liner every shift that is so devastating that you just have to walk away being like, what? Did ChatGPT just roast me? I don't understand what happened. Until one day he showed up with a silver shiny shirt on his motorcycle. I was like, what am I looking at here? Here's a button-up, long sleeve, but it was silky and silver. I was like, what am I looking at? He goes, it's good for the weather, so like it cuts the wind, but it's still light. I was like, you're coming to a construction job right now, and you're wearing a silky long sleeve button up shirt. He goes, I mean, you know I'm your boss, right? And I was like, all right, well, I see you pull
You
up
know
on a
how many
motorcycle.
people I heard say that to him at Walmart
It's like a death knell
in
for
our
you.
tenure there?
If you say, you know I'm in charge of you, right? Immediately I'm like, all right, you may be above me on that ladder, but you're going to be below me in real life, I promise you. And he's like, you know I'm your boss, right? I was like, all right, cool. Well, I see you pulled up on your motorcycle. So clearly you're in a motorcycle gang named the Silver Shiny Shirts.
3 months. 3 months. We call them that.
And he goes, I don't really find it that funny. And a couple people laughed. The next day I showed up and I had logos designed to look like biker vests that said Silver Shiny Shirts across the top. Had an alien in a shiny button-up shirt doing a wheelie on a Harley. And then it said New Hampshire underneath. And I walked in and I gave everybody on our team one. I was like, just so you know, you're in the club. And then I made a big one for him. And he's like,
You should have made a badge.
he goes, what are you handing out to people? I was like, oh, don't worry, these aren't for you. He goes, what if I want one? I was like, oh, don't worry, you will in a minute. So I went and got a whole page one I brought over to him. I was like, this is for you. And he goes, the Silver Shiny. Are you really going to harp on this thing? I was like, dude, you gave me the biggest opening. I am going to walk through that door every day. For 3 months, we called that man Shiny Shirt. He didn't find it funny even once. I thought it was hilarious.
Everybody thought it was hilarious, except for him.
I learned at Walmart, though, I learned one thing, and that is if they're not directly responsible for you behaving yourself, they think I am fucking hilarious. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, Dolphin.
Chuck!
Another as long as I don't have to answer to them, like they don't have to pull me in a room and be like, why did you do this? They think I am the greatest thing since sliced bread. But
People
whoever is directly
surprisingly like you, despite your abrasive personality.
As long as you weren't directly above me on the ladder, so I'd have to sit in HR next to you being like, you know it's funny, right? then everybody else agreed it was funny. I got their forklift stuck in a bale one day because I was racing the guy from Harbor Freight on his forklift. I was going to take a turn. Realized the bale truck hadn't come yet. I was stuck in the bale and Jason comes out. Jason was this big, by the way. He's the same size. It's the actual model of Jason right here. He comes out. He goes,
It's not in the frame.
oh, sorry.
Oh, no. It'll be different this time.
I mean, no different. He came over. He looks at me. He goes, how did you get stuck in a bale? I was like, I went for the inside lane. Simple. You ever watch racing? He goes, who are you racing? Can you see other people out here right now? I was like, no, the Harbor Freight guy took off. He goes, the Harbor Freight guy? I was like, that's how I got stuck in the bale. I was racing the Harbor Freight guy around the building. He goes, you know, this is a piece of power machinery, right? Yeah. That's why we were racing. Because you're not supposed to. It's fun. I like doing hood rat stuff with my friends.
Speaking of things that you're not supposed to do at Walmart, a lot, especially when you're working like overnight at Walmart, it's definitely very different.
What?
And a lot of times, part of what you're doing is going to look for other people because you need hands to help. And you know, you spend a surprising amount of time looking for people.
Ben, I looked for a 3-foot kick bar for must have been a month and a half time, like overall.
So I'm out back
looking for a 3-foot kick bar,
looking for a set of people, and you know they have stacks of pallets, and I see two dudes, the two dudes that I'm looking for. In between the stacks of pallets, and they are literally smoking crack out back behind a stack of pallets.
Let me break it down to you about these people that we had to work with. There was a team that was like, all right, so you and the Mighty Ducks were the Mighty Ducks in D2 when they meet the rest of the world team, that they like assembled the worst of the worst from all over the globe. That's what this team was. This team was the worst human beings, but for some reason, none of them are from the area. Like Louisiana, Florida,
Oh, yeah,
California,
they all
Colorado.
had that van.
They
would,
just should have been a Jesus van every day. Jesus van and R Word vans are very different because one has windows, one doesn't. You usually see people doing this. That's a Jesus van. If you can't see the people and you get crying, it's probably an R Word van. So they showed up every day in that thing until the guy who never had a shirt on hit on Flora's girlfriend and he got him sent home. And then we never saw that van again. And I know at least 10 people got out of that van every day. I have no idea how they got there from then on.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of, that guy died, right?
Which guy?
Oh, so Walter? No. He was like balding on top. He looked like Ted from Scrubs.
He looked like Ted from Scrubs. I know Ted from Scrubs,
Yeah, that
but I'm
same
trying
hair.
to think of like who you're.
He was the T-Rock guy, but he was like one of the bosses for T-Rock.
Okay, vaguely. So he died.
No. Let me tell you, it's a very interesting story as to how he died.
Okay.
He died because New Hampshire killed him. So he met that little blonde-haired girl, the little tweaker one that used to jump up by.
Yeah.
They started dating.
Okay.
She introduced him to. Am I allowed to say that word?
I don't know. What's the word?
Well, it's like pop rocks, except for it's not pop rocks.
Oh, okay. All right.
She introduced him to that. He spent his life savings in 3 weeks, and that's all they did. He didn't sleep for 3 weeks. He was awake. His hair was falling out while he was walking. He was just talking to me one day, and one eye just started drifting. Dennis was his name. I was like, dude, you feel okay? He's like, no, why? He said, they turned the lights down. He went blind temporarily because he wouldn't sleep. He was doing drugs all the time. And then they get him like back to being able to see and stuff like that. They send him home. He sits down on his couch and drinks a Gatorade. The electrolytes killed him because that was the first thing he had in his body in weeks. He was just slowly dying. And they came into third shift. Like, hey, we want to let everybody know what happened.
I must have gone on to Amazon at that point.
It was like 2 weeks after you went to Amazon. And I remember sitting there and I was like, I don't know if I can make jokes about this.
Well, not then, but, now.
Oh, no, I just didn't know if the T-Rock people and him were close. So I couldn't make a joke about it yet. I knew he had a psycho brother that was, like, always kicking around the store that, like, lived with him. So he had to kind of peek around the corner and say something. He definitely stabbed somebody in his past life. But, yeah, he just went home one sip of Gatorade. I was like, he spent his life savings? And that girl never came back to work again.
Yeah,
It was the more like he came out. I was like, you've aged like 30 years
in
like a week. He used to have color in his hair. His hair is white and falling out in clumps. And when the eye did that, and the other one just kind of like rolled off, I was like, Jason.
You spend a surprising amount of time working when you're working for Walmart, letting your like upper. The person above you know that someone is strung out on drugs. I wouldn't say every night, but definitely more than once a week. You'd have to like go find someone and be like, somebody's passed out in aisle 17. Like,
so the whole point of us telling you about this is actually the second topic on the board. And we
regular size Rudy.
We met a guy on our team who was. So if it was the Sandlot, when we met our
first
team,
let's go over the name thing.
No, we're going to. Yeah, so
no, but his name is John.
Yes,
and your name is John.
Okay, so I don't like that. My entire life, I've been bigger than everybody around me. So whenever somebody was two Johns, I was like, "Oh, Big John, Little John." I don't like that. It's not fun. No one likes that. If you got a fat friend and he has a common name, this has happened to him, and he hates it. He hates it so much. I know I'm big. You have to tell me.
The first thing.
So the first thing this dude
he says to him,
he turns around and goes, "Hey, you're John? I'm John. You mean Big John? I mean Little John." And I looked at him and was like, "That's not gonna happen." He goes, "No, because I'm big. You're big. I'm little." I was like, We just let this go now. And he goes, no, I'll be Little John. I want to be Little John. I was like, now you're regular size Rudy. How's that sound? And it was supposed to be just like a quick off the cuff comment. All of a sudden, everybody on our team stopped walking, turned and looked at me, and just not really laughed, but just universally all agreed without words.
Yeah.
That was his new name.
Still to this day.
His name tag says Rudy.
Almost 2 years later.
He hates it.
Still regular size
And for the
Rudy.
rest of the summer, he'd come up to me and be like, hey, man, I know that, like, you said my name's Rudy. I really want to be Little John. I'd be like, I'm going to change it to something worse. I promise you I'll do that. He goes, what are you really change this time? I was like, your name tag says Rudy right now. From Walmart. I went into the boss, Sarah boss, Jason. I was like, I need another name tag made. He goes, you have your name tag. I can see it. I was like, I need you to make me a name tag. He's okay. I was like, I need to say Rudy, though. He goes, we don't have anybody named Rudy. I was like, I promise you I'll give it back to you once I'm done with it. So he makes one. He hands it to me. He goes, just tell me whatever you're doing with this isn't illegal. I was like, no.
Definitely.
Should be.
All right, wait, hold on. We need to make it perfectly clear that in our tenure at Walmart, we never did anything illegal while we were there.
He said that. I didn't say that. I did a lot of illegal stuff there.
How many hammers are still randomly hidden in that Walmart?
Thor may not be the god of hammers, but I am.
Less or more than 10, do you think?
12 at least. That's the only thing I can think is they haven't changed that section. I went there the other day. So, all right. If you're a guy who's ever built something in your life, you know not being able to find the tool you just had in your hand is the most infuriating thing on the planet. Do you know what is super convenient? When you work at the place where they sell the tools and you have no intention of buying them, but you need something. I don't have a lot of technical skills, but I can break some stuff, and they needed a lot of stuff broken. Unfortunately, some of that stuff required a hammer. I could never find the hammer I just had the day before, so I would just go get a new hammer.
Tools definitely disappeared all the time because people would just randomly grab them and not put them back.
So here's the thing about them, though. When they put you in an area, they don't really want you to venture too far away from that area because, crack.
Not us.
Not us.
Not us. The specifically the crackheads.
There was so many of them.
I
remember there was a whole car of people who showed back up like the Suicide Squad because they'd been fired earlier in the season.
It's like the mystery machine of crackheads.
They all got out one by one. I was like, you got fired 2 weeks ago. You got fired for drinking a whole bottle of wine in the aisle. Looking at the new camera.
That was wild. That was wild. She was looking in the camera. Man, you meet some people. She working at Walmart.
72-inch HD screen in front of you with you on it.
We just installed a giant screen like the night before.
She drank a whole bottle of wine like it was a Gatorade, and she just won the Super Bowl
in front of the camera like she was posing and everything.
And then when they fire her,
they showed her the video.
They showed her the video. She goes, that could be anybody. I've never been so mad in my life.
We're all out in the hallway.
Jason came out and looked at me and goes, please tell me you heard that. Oh, I did.
Oh, my God. Walmart. That was crazy.
Rudy is still there.
Rudy's still there.
Ben and I have left. I don't think either of us went to greener pastures. I think both of us were like, I could do better than this. And now here we are. We're like, probably should.
I mean, at the time, the pastures were greener.
Also, real quick, let me just touch on that, by the way. Part of me going to Walmart was under the stipulation that Ben said, hey, man, you should come to Walmart. And I was like, if I go to Walmart, I need you to not quit in 2 weeks and leave me with a bunch of weirdos.
I mean, to be fair, I lasted 3 months.
I don't know if you know this. You tell I'm like super all over the place, not looking at the camera or anything. Because I don't like being on camera. I'm not great with people. So
understatement of the year.
So my biggest fear is that I have one friend that I'm working with And I'm like, I don't have to talk to people because you're here. That's awesome. And then no longer work there, and I have to turn around and face this team of mutants.
My shirt.
And I cannot make this up. 6 weeks to the day that I started, Ben pulls up to drop me off at the door and go park like he always does, and then looks at me and slams his vest in my chest and goes, "By the way, go tell them I quit. Have a good night."
I'm off to Amazon.
He goes, "I'm going to Amazon. I make money." I was like, "Ben, you promised me. You promised me to my face."
And then I leaned over and opened the door and said,
"Have a good night. I gotta go.
Have a good night." Oh,
I hate. So I went in
So
and I walked
good.
up to our boss and I'm holding Ben's vest like it's a pair of dog tags in a Vietnam movie. And I hand it to him and he goes,
what? What's going on over there? You got that?
Oh.
The whole box is
yeah, so I'm balancing it right now. Do you think it's been over here crack twitching? I'm literally trying to hold stuff up.
Just pick it up and move it.
It's part of the set.
It's part of this. Oh, we'll remove it with the green screen and editing. Chuck, you're gonna have
Good thing you got that high quality green screen.
digitally remove the box.
Oh, I kicked the oh, wow, that was fun.
What?
That's the first time I kicked the table on a live stream and the whole thing didn't move.
Oh yeah, because usually the camera.
Normally it's me and Ben just stomping around making an earthquake for the screen. Can you get that?
It's like literally.
It's literally been falling slowly on me for the past hour.
Yes, just move it.
I was trying to have consistency with the tape, Ben.
It's not tape. They're thumbtacks.
Oh, I get in the car and I was like, "What does the set look like?" He goes, "The green screen's not as green as I wanted it to be."
It might look. I said it might look like something a serial killer would do.
Which it does.
But
I wrote it on the board.
oh God. Okay. Regular size
Wait,
Rudy.
what is rebuild crackheads?
Yeah, dude, we
Oh,
literally
rebuild
just
crackheads.
we literally
I thought
just
you were
spent
talking
the
like-
last 10 minutes talking about the crackheads at Walmart.
I thought you meant like rebuild crackheads. We're
No,
gonna
we're
make it like
not.
a car show.
We can rebuild him. We
Right.
have the
It's the
technology.
$1 Million Man, but it's like the 30-cent man.
All right. So
It's like I got parts from the Laconia Spa. Put it back together.
all right. Wait.
What I think it says.
What? What? No, it's an abbreviation.
That's good. You should write that next time.
What, you want me to write out? It's an abbreviation next
Do
to
you
it?
want me to read that out loud?
Granicon.
We're going to the
past
Granicon
and
PP.
present.
That's great.
There is a slash in between the P's.
It still says Granicon PP. You don't say the slash.
Granicon.
PP.
Past and present.
You thought I was going to get past and present out of PP?
You were not
What
in the
Wheel of
thought
Fortune
process.
world do you think they'll be in
at
when you
all.
thought that? The
Oh.
two clues that you get are P and P.
Yeah, past and present.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we're on Granicon. All right, we're going with the first P, past. Okay, just one P.
Do you want to
past.
about the past being on that side?
Yeah.
I hate this so
All right,
much.
let's talk about the first time we met Doug Jones.
Oh, his long alien fingers touch my face.
He called us precious,
So
and still to this day, I have not received a hug from any human that was better than that hug.
let me tell you a moment in time where Ben was so excited and overjoyed and so simultaneously pissed off to his core was when I proposed a hug to Doug Jones. And I heard behind me go, "No, you did not!"
Never hugged me once.
Ben and I have been friends for 10 years. I've hugged Ben a total of 3 times. 2 of them,
He meets Doug Jones, and he's like, "Hey, can I have a hug?"
he just, it was a gasp
Asshole.
where all of the oxygen left Ben's body. He had no, and he goes, "Excuse me?" I was like, "Doug, I'd like to hug Doug Jones." He's, "You'd like to hug him?" Do you know how many times Ben and I have met new people, and afterwards they were like, "I thought you two were a couple. And I'm like, why would you think that? This moment right here is why people think that. It's like, go see your whore, Doug Jones.
And then we just kind of stood outside of the convention center
Tina
doing
breathing.
the Tina, and we were just like,
Huh, huh.
ha, ha. Chuck, I'll try and find the video and send it to you so you can put John's face right here going, ha, ha. No, not there, there.
It's important.
Oh,
So
good.
it was a good day.
It was a great day.
It was the same day I sat down at the table, off to the side where the signing area was. And Ben goes, hey, I got to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I was like, I'm going to stay right here because it is exhausting.
Story.
And then I feel somebody sit down. You know when you kind of feel like the chair scoot over next to you? I thought it was just somebody at the con, and I'm sitting there at the table, and I'm like, I turn around, and there's this man. He's just kind of hunched over. He's got long hair, and I'm like, I feel like I know that guy. Who is that guy? Because his back was to me, so I couldn't tell. And I don't know if you guys know this, but this is a very big man. And he's just kind of like, and I was like, oh, hey, man, how's it going? Just trying to start up casual conversation because I don't know how long Ben was going to be. When Ben says I'll be right back at a convention, it's a lot like being a kid at soccer practice that you're hoping mom shows up to get you. Ben has left for 2 hours before, and I've just sat there, and he finally goes, hey, man, how you having fun? No, I've been sitting here waiting for you. What do you mean?
Ooh, piece of candy.
And he's like, oh, I saw Pete. And Pete said, hey, let me show you this. I met a guy. I went and did karaoke for 2 hours. What have you been up to? Sitting here waiting on you. So I'm like, I may be here for a minute. So I lean over like, hey, man, how you doing? You having a good time? And then what turned around was a moment where I could not make words. But my brain was going, here's all the words that you want to say right now, stupid. Get all the words. And what came out of my mouth was, oh, I'm so sorry. Mick Foley turned around. I don't know if you know Mick Foley. I'm a huge Mick Foley fan. But honestly, like, he's such a nice guy. And he turns and looks at me and he goes, oh, no, you're fine. I was like, no, cool. Hi, Mick Foley. I was going to his signing in a little bit. And he looks at me and he's like, hey, it's very nice to meet you. And I was like, hey, and he just starts talking about comic book conventions. I was like, yeah, I go to a lot of these things. Me and a buddy of mine, we have a business where we sell comics. And he goes, you have a business where you sell comics? I'm like, Mick Foley, you're at a comic book convention right now. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people here have businesses where they sell comic books. And he looks at me and he goes, I have my childhood comic book collection. And I really am, like, my kids said they're not going to do anything with it. I'd really like to sell it. If I give you my number, can you call me when you get home? And we'll talk about arranging me to have you sell my comic book collection from my childhood. The whole time in the back of my mind, my brain's just going, ah! And they're trying to play it off cool. I'm like, yeah, no, it's totally cool, Mick Foley. I got you. We can totally, no, I can sell Mick Foley's childhood comic book collection. Thank you, Mick Foley. And he just kind of looks at me and goes, I kind of did sneak up on you. That is my fault. I was like, dude, you could elbow drop me in the back of the head. And I'd have said, no, I'll take this one.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, appreciate that. And so I just kind of got to talking to him, and he's like, yeah, I got to get going to this signing thing. I was like, yeah, no, I'm being in line. He goes, you know, I've been sitting here with you for about 30 minutes. You could have asked me at any point in time to sign this. And I was like, no, I'll come to your table and pay for it. And he's like, what is it? And I was like, I drew a picture of you. And I showed him, and he was like, it's like, well, I think you and I both know that I did a really good job, and you don't have to say that. And he's like, I love this. And it's like, thank you, Mick Foley. That's all I really wanted to hear. Because if you said, what is this crap? I would have died. And he looks at me and he goes, can I have one? I was like, you sure can, buddy. So I handed him one. I was like, I was going to give you one anyway. And he goes, when you call me, I was like, already not in the right place. He goes, when you call me, can you remind me about this? I would like to talk to you about making some for me in prints that I could sign and sell. And I was like,
yeah, sure.
hit by a car on the way in here? I feel like I'm dead. And he goes, no, I really like this. Is awesome. I'm like, thank you, McFoley. And then Ben comes over and he kind of just gets up and floats away. And Ben goes,
Figures.
Ben goes, was that Mick Foley? I was like, yeah. Yeah, it was. You would not believe it. But yeah, it was. And he goes, that's awesome. I'm like, you have no idea how awesome it was, actually.
The rest of the day,
That's all I did, talk about for the rest of the day. We would go see our friends at artist tables and stuff and just be like, hey, by the way, I met Mick Foley and he said my drawing is better than yours.
Hey, did I tell you about that time I met Mick Foley?
I've worked into conversation so hard for the rest of the day.
All right, now you have to tell the story about Mon Petit.
Oh, same convention.
I thought.
Oh, I
that's
went
the
from the
story
best
you
day to
were
the worst
gonna
day
tell.
ever. No. So, if you ever saw it was American Horror Story, the freak show
I think it was
season,
the season 3 or.
they had the world's
5.
smallest woman, Mon Petit, on the show. So she was doing a signing that year. And I went
And
to
she
that.
is the world's smallest woman.
She needs a
she's
Sesame Street high chair when she signs autographs, and Ben almost could not contain himself. He squealed with joy when he saw her sitting in it, and had to stop me what I was doing.
Happy.
He goes, "She's got a little chair." I had to stop him because I was like, "She also has ears, and she's going to hear you. You're going to get kicked out of the convention for offending Mon Petit." So like half hour or so goes by, and I go to the bathroom, and I walk out of the bathroom. Now I'm not a small dude. I'm 6'2". I'm about 300 pounds, and I walk out, and you know when you're about to kick something, and you have to stop yourself because you're like, "Oh my god, no!" Because you instinctively kick a rock when you see it, or little kids have to drop them in the grates. But you see a rock, you go kick a rock. Same thing. You see something on the floor, convention, you're like, "I'm gonna boot that." And then I went to go boot it, and it was Mon Petit. I had to catch my foot because she is, in fact, this big. Almost, man, probably up there. And she just walked out of the bathroom by herself. No one to stop me from kicking this little woman. And I almost did. I almost kicked her so hard. You know when you see how it roller tape on the gym floor in high school? You're like, I'm going to kick that. And it would just go. That's what I saw out of the corner of my eye was something about the same size to me. I was like, I'm going to boot the hell out of that. It's going to be so good. It's going to go to all the tables. Oh, and then I had to, no! She was very good sport about it. I was like, I'm so sorry. I almost stepped on you, and I probably would have killed you. And she just kind of laughs, and she goes, no. And then she just kind of hobbles away like a Pixar character. And Ben goes,
Again.
Ben comes up to me and goes, "So, Mon Petit." I was like, dude, I'm having the weirdest day.
Half of the celebrities that we've met over the years,
Actually,
it's one of us going up to someone, one or the other, going, "Hey, is that
I mean, who met it? Why are you up there with him? Is that Charlie Cox? Why are you on stage with him?"
I was waiting for the elevator in
Ben
the
could not
lobby
make
of a
Star Wars
hotel.
sounds, by the way.
And I had my foot run over by Peter Mayhew's chair. That was another cool.
You peed with
accident.
Henry Rollins.
No, dude, you get this story wrong every time.
I like that my story's evolving. My story started out as Ben and Henry Rollins walking
I'm walking into the convention center, and him and his security team are walking
by the
out
doors
of this convention center.
of the convention center are bathrooms. So when Ben goes, "Hey, I was just coming from that way," and Henry Rollins was going the other way,
That's fair.
in my mind, I was like, "Ben just pee with Henry Rollins?"
So I yell, "Hey, Henry Rollins, you're awesome!" And he turns around and goes, "No, you're awesome." It was awesome.
Here's the thing about that: we yell at a lot of people at shows.
Yeah, we do yell at a lot of people.
We-
at shows.
Dude. So you remember the movie Evolution?
Yeah.
You know the Shampoo Brothers?
Okay,
We are the Shampoo Brothers at the convention. You know that, right?
that's fair.
That's
fair.
We don't want to be. We're like, my uncle lived in a cell. It was bad. 6x8. Made him sad. Poetry. Like, I hate that.
So good.
Oh, I hate that we are these people. We're adults. We're supposed to be grown men by now.
Yeah,
It's never gonna happen. It's
exactly.
not gonna be different this time.
But that's right. It is not going to be different, but it will. It'll be different this time. All right, so I think that's a good spot to end episode 1 on. Thank you for all of you who joined us. There will be many more laughs to come. There will also be an edited version of this.
I hate being in front of the camera so much.
Not with a green screen, not for this episode, but we'll get there.
I don't
It's the first one.
I don't like being here.
So I know that John's favorite thing in the world is dad jokes. So I'm gonna end every episode with a dad joke. So
Here we
go.
I love dad jokes, but when Ben tells them, they make me sad.
All right. So 2 horses walk into a bar. Okay.
Oh, I'm supposed to remember this one. I don't.
Oh, that's even better.
I
That's
hate
even
this.
better. Okay. So 2 horses walk into a bar and they sit down. Bartender walks up to the horses and go, "Hey guys, what'll it be?" And then the first horse goes.
I remember now.
The second horse goes to the bartender. "Frank, shut up! You're drunk." Nice. And yay!
I don't like it.
First episode. First episode is done.
Oh!
Yay!
Prison.
All right.
Oh!
First episode.
How many more do you got?
First episode.
How many more do you have?
First episode. First episode.
Oh!
Have a good night, everybody.
Oh! That hurt a lot.